Welcome to the Low Tide Boyz, a Swimrun podcast. I'm Chip.
And I'm Chris.
I'm Annie.
And this is Brooke.
No, restart.
Yes. And this is episode
210.
The show. Gear Talk is back, people. And we're here this week with our second annual Gear Talk Gear Awards.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you guys doing?
2024 is here.
We're doing good. Do you guys have any Swimrun New Year's resolutions? Or just maybe non-Swimrun?
Swim and run faster,
Yeah.
as per
Swim and
usual.
run faster?
I think it's just keep enjoying it, more than anything.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Swim in more warm water.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Annie's
that sounds
feeling,
nice.
are you frozen to the bone? Is that what's happening up there in Washington State?
That is what happens every
Pretty
winter.
wet and chilled right now.
Cold. Yeah. I feel like I had
Yeah.
my pendulum swung into the deep, dark cold for a few years there. And I was like, this is me. This is my thing. And I think my pendulum's swinging
You're owning it.
the other way. And eventually, and so maybe next year I'll just put a boiling tub of water. Oh, it's called a hot tub. Maybe I'll just swim in the hot tub all winter.
Yeah, there's
I'm
cold
I feel
plunges.
like what you're describing is the
that.
opposite of a cold plunge.
Yeah,
What would
cold
you call
plunges, and there's hot tubs, and then just
Are you gonna start the hot tub challenge?
that? Oh.
I dare you to sit in a hot tub for 5 minutes.
like a crazy hot one, like you're
I'll
gonna boil.
protocol
Oh,
the
that wouldn't be
dosage.
good. Like a sous vide?
Ooh, then I would
Yeah,
have to be in
for
a
hot
plastic
therapy.
bag. Gross. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
Like
Uh,
a sous vide.
That's not good.
going back to
No.
my intention
what I do to
for
my Brussels
2024. That's fancy. Hope you don't do it to me ever.
Chipper's fancy. Chipper cooks.
It is fancy. Yeah, I think I'd like to swim in warmer climes. 2024.
Pretty valid.
Nice.
I have a goal,
I
but
was
not
just
a path to the goal yet. So we'll see.
I was in
What-
Tasmania over Christmas, and the water was about 60 degrees, which isn't that warm, but I thought it was really balmy. And I decided, Annie, that I was one of those cold water people.
Interesting.
I was like, this just isn't for me. I just want it to be really cold.
Oh. Like Elsa.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a very useful adaptation for where you live. So, might
Yeah.
as well.
I know, but now I'm worried because Annie's lived in this region longer than I have. So what if it runs out
it's
and
like
all of a sudden
Ah, yes.
You know
the
what, though, Brooke?
phase?
Yeah.
I have not vacationed in Tasmania
triathlon?
or really any place at all with warm water. So probably all I need to do is go and actually swim in the warm water and realize that I'm full of crap and I am who I am and I'm just a cold water person. But I just don't know that yet because I
Yeah.
haven't done my research.
Yeah. Try it. You gotta try it.
Yeah. Do the research.
Or go to
Do good
go to
science.
one of those gyms that only have aqua jogging. They always crank the water temp
yeah.
up to
Oh man.
what was that one
Ooh.
gym? Remember, Chris and I had a
City
really poor
Sports?
experience. City
Oh, my
Sports in
goodness.
Petaluma. It was probably
Dude,
80 degrees in the water. We were almost we were feeling
There was
sick.
one
We were
where
out.
I just I tapped out. I thought I was going to pass out.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Like if you try lap swimming in a pool where they've just had water aerobics, those pools are always 80 degrees.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was it made me sick almost to swim
Yeah.
around in it, but
for sure.
compare that to our current pool situation. Oh my goodness.
we've leveled up.
Yeah,
for
for sure. So let's get to these awards.
oh yeah, it's the
Yes.
award show. We're not just
Award
the
show.
award show.
shouting at each other.
So
Do we have a
um,
comedian for a monologue?
for a really bad
Yeah,
one,
for really poor.
it's gonna fall flat. Let's make fun of Taylor Swift. Okay, so the first category is I didn't know I needed that award, and this is for a piece of kit that you didn't know existed, but now you can't live without. Who would
right.
like to go first?
I'm ready to go.
Go for it.
Chipper.
Do it.
So this is something that I have seen here and there, but we were chatting with one Jerry Rodriguez of Tower 26, and he brought up his love for the Form goggle. Chris and I gifted each other Form goggles for Christmas,
Is that the one that they
much
make
to the
your
chagrin
face?
of my daughter. What?
Is that the one they make to your face custom?
No,
No.
it's a form goggle. Sorry for all of those who don't
Whoa,
know. It
they're
has
$200.
a heads up display.
Yes.
So it actually, when
Oh.
you're swimming, it will tell you how fast you're swimming, what your stroke rate is. There's a bunch of different metrics, but it's in your goggle. So
Oh my
I have been using these, probably have used them 4 or 5 times. And I got to say, I am a fan.
Oh my
Really?
goodness.
Does the display bother you? Like, is it there all the time? Oh, it looks like it's kind of projected at the bottom of the
It
pool.
is kind of
almost.
projected. So there is like, it does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you kind of figure out how to use it, it's not like it's in front of your face. It's kind of down below. So you can have your line of sight and see what you normally see in the pool. But when you want to check it, you just kind of
Look
like do a
down.
little peek down and you can kind of see, or when you do your turn, it will tell you what your pace is, what your yard is. Like you can totally customize this. Just think of it like all the different screens you can have on a Garmin. You can have that. So there's a lot of cool things that you could do. I'm just scratching the surface on that, but that is my
Right, and I guess if
nomination.
you needed, an example why when Jerry Rodriguez says something, you should probably listen.
Yeah.
Here's yet another example.
yeah.
That's a really great award for this category.
I think Fenice.
Yeah.
Definitely not something I think I ever knew I needed.
Yeah, but Fenice, they're a popular swim brand. They have one as well. But this one, there's also coaching and workout platforms. I haven't used any of the workouts, but you can basically bring a workout up and it will like run you through the workout in the little display. It's very slick, and if you're into technology, you probably will enjoy these. They are not cheap though. I think $200.
$200, yeah.
Yeah.
I think too, if you have a vestibular condition, this is probably not the goggle for you. I'm just going to put that out there to
What's
anyone
that
who
for the
might be
lay
listening.
people?
If you have any sort of dizziness, like visually induced dizziness, this sounds like the perfect way to bring it on.
To incite it.
Yeah, like to look at something static while like everything's moving past you as you swim and rocking
getting
back
dizzy.
and forth.
Does it work in open water? If you can see the bottom?
It does. It
you
does
have
because
to
it
be able to
actually
see the
can
bottom?
sync up with your Garmin watch.
Can you just
Well, no,
can
it
you
just
be on like
it's
a
not that
blue
it's
watch
actually
on
being
the- it's on
projected.
the
It just kind of
goggles.
looks like it's.
Oh yeah, duh. Right. It's just there.
It's not
In
like
your
a
field of
projector.
vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's inside the goggle.
Question: do you think you guys would race with them, or is it just purely a training tool?
They are it's definitely a training tool. I think it would be really interesting to do some open water swimming because one thing that I sort of have trouble with is like, how does my pool pace, how do I know I'm on pace in open water? And I think this would really help.
Oh my God. Do you know what would be awesome? I don't know if it has this, but if it does, it's really amazing. What if it had like a compass? So in open water, you
Whoa!
just
So you
have,
could
like,
like
like-
take a bearing
Oh my
goodness.
and just follow it.
It
Oh
should
my
Yes.
totally
god!
be able to have a compass.
set your
sextant
bearing.
mode.
What?
Yeah.
It should be able to totally have a compass because it syncs with your Garmin, and your Garmin's connected to GPS, so it should be able to.
TBD on the compass capabilities.
Wow!
But
Is this the award of like what it could be?
This is a whole new category.
Yeah.
We're just like solving technical problems in Swimrun.
okay, so if you're into I say the form goggle. I've used them a few times, and Chris has them, so you can expect some more in-depth reviews and discussion.
Yes.
At a future episode.
That's a good one. I don't know if
That's a
anyone's
really
going to
good
top
one.
that. That's good.
All right,
Well,
who wants
I'll
to go
just tell you
next?
right now, I'm not going to top anything because I'm already feeling embarrassed about what I came up with for this category. So I'm just going to get it over
Likewise,
with.
Annie. I think I'm going to beat you on that one. Likewise.
No, you're
Race
not.
Okay,
to the
let's
bottom
see
here.
which
Let's
one's
hear it.
worse.
We can get the award for what's the worst for the awards show.
And okay, well, I'm just going to get it over with. The thing I didn't know I needed, and I now have, it's not gear per se, but I do feel that I have objectified it enough that I can include it in this award. It's available to anyone for free if you have the competency, and it's a flip turn. Guys, in 2023,
I knew you were going to go meta.
yeah, I always do. I just figured I'd get
I
it
know.
out early,
You're always-
guys. I'm going to go meta. This is a non-consumer approach to gear awards. It's just objectifying my
Yeah.
own skill set, which includes a flip turn now. And it's just when I couldn't do a flip turn, it's something that I have really, I've mastered. I wouldn't say I've mastered it, but I can do it. And I do it all the time now.
That's awesome,
in 2023. Yeah. Thanks, Brooke.
Nice job.
And before, when I couldn't do a flip turn, I would sort of like console myself by, swimming in the person in the lane next to me would like do their flip turn right as I did my little wall push off. And I'd be like, we're in the same place in the pool. Like it doesn't really matter. And I think that there's like been some data showing that if you do the wall push off or if you do a flip turn, it's like the same amount of time that it takes. But in terms of my enjoyment, so anyway, that was my
Is it the same amount
pre-2023.
of time?
Well, I've seen an Instagram
I think the
post
person
that
maybe doing the
indicates
flip
it
turn
is.
next to you needs to do better flip turns.
Probably, yeah.
Crisper on the flip turns, I think.
Yeah.
Flip turns are pretty fast.
So I had convinced myself that it was not something I needed. I was just like, that's the same, whatever. But in terms of like being able to access flow state while swimming in a pool and enjoying my pool workout, like I like my flip turn. It's good stuff. So now I've gotten it over with.
Oh,
Nice.
love to hear it.
How about you, Brooke? What did you
Congratulations.
not know that
I am
you
not at that place.
needed?
Yeah.
I'm totally comfortable in the place I'm at.
Make your sales pitch to Chris on why he should start
Chris,
incorporating flip
really?
turns.
You don't do flip turns, Chris?
No, I get dizzy. I have like a ear thing, so flip turns just like I can do them, but I can't do them for a 6,000-yard set essentially. So I just stop doing them, and I'm totally comfortable, and I don't care. I still achieve whatever flow state or whatever. I just don't. Yeah.
Well, I think
Let's
it's safe to
talk
say
later,
I
Chris.
haven't tested my flip turn for a 6,000-yard set. So maybe,
Yeah.
to each their
I mean,
own.
I'm not doing any 6,000-yard sets for like 2-3 more months, but yeah. But yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, that's great,
All right. So I had one, but this conversation is making me think of a different one.
Oh.
The thing I didn't know that I needed, initially thought was high-rise Swidgen briefs. I didn't know that I particularly needed high-rise Swidgen briefs, but I love them because they're functional and they look so good. And I wear them all the time.
Nice.
But after this conversation, I think the thing is a beanie that I got for do you guys do the Triple Crown?
Enlighten us.
Oh, never mind. This isn't swimrun gear. Never mind. We're done. Okay. High-rise Swidgen briefs.
Okay.
Okay. Well, mine's also a little meta. I'll keep it brief. It's essentially diversifying my nutrition, or my plethora of gels. And the way, and for me, that was big this year because last year at the World Championship, if I can speak for Chipper, we were gelled out. And while we love precision fuel and hydration, I think we both discovered that our limit on being able to take that as our sole fuel is like 8 hours.
7 or 8 hours.
Which is still pretty good if the race is 4 or 5 hours long, but when it's 10 to 12 or however long it can be, it's like so this year I made it a point of diversifying, just having like different type of things available and then just saving the precision fuel and hydration gels as like that's the one I'm taking on the 20. But if I'm at an aid station or I'm somewhere else with water, then maybe I'll take like a different textured gel and like, things like, so just basically trying to like extend my ability to tolerate the same gel for longer by just kind of mixing it up a little bit earlier on.
I like that, Chris. I'll plus up yours as well. I also employed that strategy from our learnings at the 2022 ÖTILLÖ version to more success than we had in 22 and 23.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but more success.
Yeah, we
with
lasted
gels.
long.
We lasted like an extra hour and a half longer on getting gelled out.
So,
That's
but yeah,
That's a pretty good rate of change if you add an hour and a half to your tolerance each year.
yeah, we'll be able to just, we'll do one water race just on.
What have you
Yeah,
been
just
doing?
on gels.
Just like Whole Foods, or have you've been doing this?
No.
Oh,
the
yeah, what
spring
have you been
interviews?
mixing?
I've
it
been
up
doing
with?
spring. I've been experimenting with light doses of caffeine. So I've been doing these like goo gels that only have like 20 milligrams.
Going old school with the goo, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it tastes like candy. It's like caramel macchiato or something. I mean, give me a break. It's just like
That sounds disgusting to me.
It's delicious. I only eat candy. I only eat my kids' candy during like Halloween, but the rest of the time I'm not like eating candy. But anyway, a little bit of caffeine and pretty much just like trying different gels just to see, if something's going to be on the course. So there was like a discount on like the SIS gels. So I got some of those just to mess around, stuff like that.
Cool.
I've been liking no one asked, but I've been liking the spring awesome sauce. It tastes like applesauce. And two of them, since we are on the precision fuel and hydration train, we are targeting like that 60 to 90 grams of carbs per hour. Two of those spring awesome sauce gels have 90 grams of carbs. So it's basically like two kind of like
it's like a super
applesauce packets, essentially.
Yummy.
Super sauce. That should be the name.
Ooh.
I like it.
Into them.
Well,
all right.
Should we move on to the next
Going
category?
to category number 2.
Yes. This category, everyone is going to be using this at next year's ÖTILLÖ Award. And this is for a piece of kit that will be all the rage. Now, for a little bit of background on this, I got the idea for this award after watching the recap of the 2015 ÖTILLÖ race.
Oh, yeah.
It was like at 10:42 in the evening, which is super.
Is that when
late for
everyone
me.
was still using water bottles taped together for pull
Yeah,
buoys?
all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I think in like the first 5 or 10 minutes, they're interviewing Colting, and he's talking about how everyone's wearing these like neoprene headbands, and that's like the new thing that everyone's rocking that year. Anyway, it's a really cool recap. It's like 30 minutes, but it's like you really get a sense. It just feels really old school.
Yeah,
It's
You
awesome.
know what someone needs to do on a website or a magazine is like a Swimrun fashion timeline. You know how they do with like stars, like what they wore in the 80s, 90s? They need to do that for Swimrun.
For sure. Yeah, so that's the genesis of this award.
Nice.
Is what do we think people are going to be all about next year?
I'll go.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody, but I feel like anybody with breasts is going to be wearing the
Swidgen.
Swidgen sports bra. I do. Like if you're wearing
like
any other sports
not in
bra,
content, but the Oppenheimer of this year's award ceremony. I'm just
going to dominate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
if you're wearing any other sports bra, I don't know what you're wearing or why you're wearing it. So, again, not everybody, but everybody with breast is going to be wearing Swidgen sports bras.
Makes sense. What do you have? What do you got, Annie?
Well, I wasn't there this year, so I don't actually know what they were wearing this year. So I have not got the best platform to speak on this, but did everybody wear the kangaroo thermal this year? Are they going to wear that next year?
There was definitely more people wearing them, but that also could have been because like you couldn't get the regular kangaroo top.
Yeah,
so it was out of stock.
there was an inventory problem.
And
I will say the thermal top is a very technical top.
Yeah, and it might not be the right
Very
top
well
for the
done.
temperatures, but I feel like that it may be, if we're not talking specifically the World Championships, but an increase in incidence of wearing this gear next year in the swimrun community. The kangaroo thermal top seems to have I'm feeling pulled to that myself. That seems like a really awesome
I like that answer.
piece to put in your quiver to like make whatever wetsuit you have more versatile.
Yeah,
It's a great
answer.
I'll plus up that one as well.
Yep.
Annie.
I would like
I'll jump
one.
in here.
Sounds good to have.
You're just gonna put that out there,
Put it out there.
just so everyone knows. Annie would like what size?
Small, right?
Extra small. What are you coming in at?
Small.
Okay.
All right, Chip, what
All
you got?
I have a two-parter. I'm gonna go with Brooke as well and say the Swidgen bra.
Oh my gosh, to the listeners
Will
at home,
probably
if you
be
could have just
pretty-
seen Brooke's
Pretty
face.
hot commodity. Yes. I'm also going to say the newly released, not yet tested,
Mega.
Arc Keel Mega.
Oh,
Well, Chipper,
Chris?
It's really funny you should say that because that was going to be my answer. Because the Keel Mega, I mean, Ark is calling it the boss of keels.
Dude, I want to say, but there's no picture of someone in it.
Well, there's a picture on their website of them having it next to the Keel Plus. So I went into the labs, which in this case is just very quick, 2 seconds of internet research to give you the dimensions and weight. So the Keel Plus, which is very hefty, very capable, very meaty pool buoy,
pretty
length
bossy.
28 centimeters, height 31, width 12 centimeters, and the weight is 225 grams. The Keel Mega, which goes to the maximum measurements to comply with international race rules, 32 centimeters long, 30 centimeters in length, 15 centimeters in width, and coming in at, I'd say slim 240 grams.
This thing's a behemoth.
Wait, you said 32 centimeters long?
Yep.
Okay.
Brooke's got her protractor
I
out.
need to convert that to inches because that doesn't make sense.
Boy.
To me.
Oh, no.
The Swedes are getting mad at us.
Yeah, so this is a terrible sales job we're doing here. But yeah, the Keel Mega, I mean, I think if the bigger of a swim runner you are in terms of just height and weight.
I was going to say, I have a little bit of concern about there's going to be a threshold of body weight and density where this is not appropriate.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, but
anyone
who's
you
6 feet.
you got to discover that on your own.
Little break for a sound effect here. Can you hear that? It's my measuring tape.
That was great. That was a tape measure for all those.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a tape measure. So wait, what's the longest part of this Mega?
32 centimeters.
32
12
centimeters.
inches.
Okay.
So a foot. I can't wait to wrap my thighs around this thing.
12.6 inches. And what's the buoyancy factor?
That is my
The newtons?
entire.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Oh, I don't think they had that. I know the Keel Plus was like 44 newtons.
Yeah.
So let me just do some quick
Annie's
calculations.
actually
from
like
physics.
trying it on right now. With
Yeah.
her.
So tape measure results.
Does it
from
go to
the
your
lab.
knees?
It goes a centimeter below my knee.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean that's just like a life preserver. That's not a pool buoy. That's
Right. I could like sit on it and have a picnic in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
mean,
my flotation cushion from the airport. What's that called? The airplane.
You can sit on your regular keel right now and have a picnic.
I will. I'm excited about it, but I echo the concerns on here. Like, it's definitely not going to be for everyone. It's going to be less applicable than. Yeah, it's going to be for the bigger.
Like, it's going to
taller
put your
folks,
back
I
into
think.
some significant lumbar lordosis.
It's gonna make me do a
sure.
That's what I was
handstand
thinking too,
in
Brooke.
the ocean. Like, boink.
Lower doses.
It's going to make you like dive down, but
she could have just made that up and would have been
yeah,
like,
we-
yeah, sure.
So pair that with your form goggles, and you're going to be all jacked up.
yeah. You're going to have a back
be a
issue. You're
swim
going to have a
runner.
vestibular issue. You're going to need Annie for your back PT. You're going to need Brooke for your vestibular PT.
It's like, yeah. I mean, the services
Harriet.
sell themselves, really.
Yeah.
I just got this great
Should we
mental
move on to the
image
next award?
of people running through the world championships holding their megas like briefcases. Just like,
Yeah, it comes with a handle.
Yeah, it comes with like a handle. Oh my God. With like their goggles, like looking kind of like businessmen in their black arc suits.
like
with
it's like
briefcases.
a Busby Berkeley Broadway like number of like businessmen on Wall Street, like, or business people on Wall Street, like.
Yeah.
Okay, moving
Like
on.
I like that.
I like that. Okay.
Simple mount, of course, for the Kia.
Yeah,
Mega
instead of
only.
like My Fair Lady, you could call it like My Fair Fika or something.
Could go for.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Now, if we're going into like Swimrun musicals, I'm here. I'm here for you.
Out of my knowledge.
Should we move on to the next category?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. This is the Perfection Perfected Award. This is for the best update on an existing piece of kit.
I'll go.
Go for it.
Take it away, Brooke.
The Swidgen sports bra.
Wait.
Wow, this thing is dominating.
Okay, so that one's more meta. You're saying that this is just such an upgrade on the traditional sports bra.
No,
options.
on the Swimrun sports bra.
Okay. Oh, yes, of course.
Swimrun sports bras.
That's true.
And they have, in my mind, perfected the Swimrun sports bra. And actually, their newest iteration may be perfecting even more, but I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.
So that would be like
we only have a first generation
perfected award.
We only have a first generation product from them.
Yeah. But their first generation product, I think, is the Swimrun sports bra perfected compared to the other 2 Swimrun sports bras that I've tried.
Which ones are those again?
Head
the new and
the
Lapra.
New Lapra bra.
Gotcha.
Okay. I am going to follow Annie's suit and actually say the Arc Kangaroo thermal top. Now, I have one. We have one. It's everything shared custody here on the Low Tide.
The Royal We.
The Royal We has one. I've not actually used it, but I do, to Annie's point, I think having this is really going to enable a really interesting possibilities in terms of suit pairing and staying warm, but also having ultimate flexibility. So you could pair the thermal with the VIG, with the VIG, or maybe with the
VIG
with the Uto
Air,
top,
so that you have free arms.
Oh yes,
so you'd be warm
that
core
as well.
but free
Yeah,
arms.
and that top is very so we both tried it on immediately after the other person, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a very technical piece of kit. Like, it isn't just like neoprene and the seam. I mean, it's panels. It's very well thought out. I actually even like the pocket layout better than the regular keel because there's like a little zipper, so you got like 2 separate pockets on each side, so you can be, if you want to be super anal around like like dirty gels or garbage and then everything else, stuff like that, you can be pretty organized with it.
That's what I say.
It's a good answer.
Chris?
I'm gonna say the VIG Air. Thinking the VIG is awesome. Now VIG without sleeves, it's just gives it a very interesting application. I mean, I like using sleeves, but if it's a super hot race, it's just a great option.
Or training.
So I'm glad that they cut the sleeves out.
I almost chose that. That was a close one. I chose Perfected the Vivo Barefoot Hydra ESC swimrun shoes because they had
that's a close second.
Best prior to this version of that product. They had a really great minimalist swimrun shoe that had a couple issues, and they improved upon those issues. They even thought of other issues, like creating it out of bioavailable algae mass turned into the shoe. They made it,
which still blows my mind.
I know, how did you do that? But
that means
they're doing some cool stuff over there at Vivo Barefoot.
They reduced their impact. They created an even better shoe that is. So I would say its specific category is the minimalist swimrun shoe, but it's awesome. And I have never really been interested in wearing a minimalist swimrun shoe because I thought it would make my feet and calves hurt. And this has been accessible enough for me to transition to doing shorter swim runs. I mean, 10K or in that kind of zone, and it's awesome. So that's my pick.
I like
That's a good one.
Love it.
I second all of that.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good. I've been wearing it on hikes.
Yeah,
it's good.
I think that's
my travel shoe. I wear it all the time.
Yeah, it's good for other things.
I guess it makes sense to. It's a good time to point out a lot of the things we've been voting on. We have entire shows on, so go back into our catalog. You want to listen to a show on the new Hydras. We don't have one on obviously the Keel Mega, but we have ones on all the other keels. So yeah, anyway, go check out that stuff. All right, our next category is I Love It, What Is It award. and that's for the best looking new piece of kit. I'm just going to go first on this one. Just to get it out there. I think the Swidgen stuff is just like the best looking. I mean, the material is amazing. The way they describe it's amazing. The company's amazing. We did an interview with Claudia all about like the history of this company and what they're trying to do, and it's just amazing. So to me, that's like, you know, even if you're just zooming in on the materials, I'd be like, what is that material that magically molds to your body? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
So
you just like swooped on in, huh? And had to grab my award.
You had to get out first to market.
Had to get out of that one.
You did that. Who did that? Like at the Grammys recently with Taylor Swift.
Oh, Kanye.
Yeah, you were Kanye'd me.
That was probably a decade ago, at least.
Sorry, I'm old. Yes, I was thinking. So I don't know how I interpreted this award as like I thought about this award as like, what are swimrun things that I've worn where people are like, ooh, what is that? Where'd you get that? I like kind of remarked on it a lot, you know, like, ooh, who is she wearing kind of thing. And so I first thought the Arc Uto Air, because whenever I've worn that, people are like, damn, that's a cool wetsuit. What is that? And then I was like, oh, wait, no. More people have remarked on my Vivo Barefoot Hydra ESC. They're like, whoa, those are really cool shoes. Like I teach in those shoes sometimes, and all my students are like, whoa, those are cool shoes. And these are like young, hip kids, you know? Like,
you're appealing to the youth.
Like, I'm still relevant.
Still relevant.
Nice.
Or I'm like that old lady trying to be young. And then I was like, there's only one other thing that's gotten more compliments than my Uto Air and my Hydra ESC, and it was Oppenheimer.
The Swidgen fit.
The Swidgen sports bra and briefs combo. When I wear that combo to swim practice, people are loving it.
You know what? I just had
this thing's running away with the awards.
I had this panic thought when you were doing your lead-in, and I was like, oh my God, she's going to give this award to her Sea Snugs.
I don't...
But that one does get the people talking.
It does.
I thought about
negative.
I honestly thought about which award could I give my Sea Snugs of all of these, and then I was trying to be newish things that have come out recently.
Oh, man,
I guess you could have said in the perfected. It's like, oh, there's new patterns.
Yeah,
that are better.
Yeah. And no one has perfected the squishy neoprene sock better than Sea Snugs.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Who's up?
All right, Chip.
I'm looking forward to the Arc Keel Mega. I think that's gonna have
what's in between your thighs.
Yep. I'm gonna grasp it in there, and it's gonna be large and in charge, and I think it's gonna draw a lot of looks.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Because they're going to be wondering where your head is because it's so far underwater because you're so raked. You're going to look like a duck trying to get a fish.
Yeah, with their little feet up, flapping around.
I'm going to say, like I always say when I see a duck doing that, I say, oh my God, that's so cute. I love that. What's it doing?
That should be like, they should make a commercial like that, Arc. Something where it's just showing like a duck flipping up and around, and then someone on their that probably wouldn't sell
on his mega.
But, yeah.
Oh man, I think I interpreted this category as I love it, but I don't understand why I love it. So I have become aware that Arc is doing this limited edition, like very small batch fashion collab thing.
The drip.
Yeah. Where drip. They make 5 pieces in each size of like just their sort of standard like cotton t-shirt, cotton sweatpants, cotton hoodie kind of stuff, and they have like a custom cotton sweat shorts. Yep. And they have a custom tie dye, and it kind of is like it's wrapped in this scarcity mystique of like it's gonna sell out, and I friggin' love that they are doing that, because this stuff with all due respect, does not look good to me. But I love it.
Well, it is very, very comfortable.
It is very comfortable.
As
We do have
a
the
couple
sweatshirts.
owners of the drip, we got the sweatshirts, we got the
Wait,
sweatshorts.
the drip? Are you talking
So
about the
it's like
the kids are calling it,
tribe?
Brooke.
Tribe tie-dye?
We don't have the
Yeah.
we don't have the tie-dye done.
Yeah.
We have the regular, just
the
like
gray.
black.
Oh,
Look.
then you do not have this
It's
thing.
extremely cozy.
It's still archipelago proven, so that's very important.
Right. It says archipelago proven, and it, by some fashion design school, has been pretty hideously tie-dyed, in my opinion. But I still want it because there's only 5 available in my size. So that is what I'm voting for as the winner of the I love it, what is it category. But I'm adding a different part to that category, which is I love it, but why?
Yeah, I'm kind of,
That's
I
good.
don't know about the, scarcity mentality thing. There's only 5 and therefore it's great,
It's like Supreme.
It's also that maybe they're reducing their environmental impact by not overproducing.
Right.
Or
It's
maybe
like
they're like, I don't know
bespoke.
if these things are going to sell, so we'll just have 5 of them.
It's like start with 5.
Start
Yeah.
with 5.
Oh, wait, we found 5 more.
They
Anyway,
are
I
very
find
cozy,
it,
though.
I find it fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they're
an
very
interesting
comfortable.
move.
Let's move on to the final category this evening.
Say it. Say
And
it. How
I
do you
will
pronounce
say-
this?
Well, I'm gonna tee this up for Chipper to say because the official dog of the Low Tide Boys is this kind of crazy dog named Zoe. It's Chipper's dog. I've known this dog as long as I've known Chipper.
Yep.
How old is his dog?
9.
Oh.
9. Yeah, so in fact, I remember when the dog arrived
Oh,
at Chipper's house
yeah.
in San Francisco. Anyway,
back when.
so I was like, oh, Best in Show. I was like, wait a second. I sort of remember Chipper's dog being like the breed being Best in Show. So I called it this, sent it out, just waiting for Chipper's response. And I got the response I wanted. So Chipper, why don't you tell us the name of this award?
Yes. So this award is the Petit Basset Griffon Vandian Award for Best in Show, Best Piece of Kit. So this dog is also known as the PBGV. PBGV.
Like
Which-
heebie-jeebies?
She's a very interesting dog, Zoe.
It's like a fluffy corgi
It's like
without the ears.
it's a really hairy basset hound. Basically, it's a French hound. They hunt for rabbits, and it's a very rare breed. But somehow it won Best in Show in the Westminster Dog Club this year, which literally I was shook when I read my email in the morning, seeing that my dog, who's a character, the same breed, won Best in Show.
So there you go.
The PBGV.
It's a really cute dog.
The puppy pictures are, I will put them head to head against any other puppy.
Will you share the
on a
puppy
cute
pictures with
factor.
me? I don't want to get pictures of your kids. I want to get pictures of your puppy.
You want PBGV puppy pictures?
Yeah.
I'll be happy to do that. There's also a GBGV, Gran. There's the Grand version. She's petite.
This is la petite version.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So she is a French sporting hound for hunting rabbits. If anyone wants to go rabbit hunting, give me a...
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the show.
Back to the show.
And she's adorable. Back to the show.
I am going to go... I'll just take the stick on this one.
Go for it.
Although I don't have this suit, surprisingly, I know it's surprising that the Low Tide Boys would have
There's
a gap
suit
in their
you
Swimrun
don't
suit
have.
inventory.
Wait a minute. Full
Yes.
stop. There's a suit you don't have?
I know.
Okay.
this
I will
is
fix
the
problem
ploy to
quickly.
get that suit.
I will fix this problem quickly. It is the Arc Uto. The updated,
You don't have the
not the
Uto?
new one. I have the
Oh,
original
not the new one.
Uto,
Okay, all right.
but not the new one with the internal pockets. I have the Uto Air that has the pockets. I love the little side pockets. I have the new Orno X with the pockets. But I think, and we get a lot of questions, people, if I just need one suit, I think the Uto is the one for most folks. It's quick. It has plenty of storage. It's nimble. It's fast.
Looks good.
It's lightweight. It looks good.
Yellow
Archipelago
pops on
proven.
it.
Yep. Best
Fine
in show.
choice.
Arc
Fine
Uto.
choice.
That is a
Swimrun
fine
wetsuit.
choice.
Fine choice.
All right. I'm going to Kanye
That is
Brooke.
a good one.
My best in show is the Swidgen sports bra and high-waisted
It's almost a clean
For
sweep
all
for
of
Swidget.
the-
Man, they are
obvious.
cleaning house.
obvious reasons, which have been reiterated at this point. It is the best.
It's great. It's a great product.
Yeah. You Kanye'd me, so yep, that was mine. That it was like between that and my my Snuggie,
Sea Snugs?
my Snuggie C's. My Sea
Fair enough.
Snugs.
Fair enough.
Seriously? I feel like that was
well,
an
I guess,
insult roasted.
I guess that's I got to close down the show. So my choice is the Adidas Terex Speed Ultra Trail.
Okay, I'm kind of mad at myself that didn't make any of my list because that should get something put somewhere. That's a great shoe.
It is.
Yeah.
It
So
won the swimrun.com award, I will say that. So
Oh,
it
it
has
did?
been
Oh,
noticed
okay.
in the swimrun
I
circles.
voted for it like 50 times.
Yeah.
This shoe is great. It's such a well-rounded swimrun shoe. It's a fun shoe to wear.
I have 8 pairs of them.
It's on sale right now all over the internet for around 50% off in some places.
Tell me that.
So it's like $80 instead of $160, which is what they retail for. It scares me because it makes me think like maybe they're just going to stop making them or something, or I don't know. But
I'm
they're a
eyes
great
on
shoe.
4 pairs right in my garage.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think this shoe is always on sale?
It is on sale
know.
like
I
every
don't
other
know.
month. It's great.
It feels like
Let's
it's on
not
sale
talk
all
about
the
it
time. But
anymore. It's just perfect. This is part of what makes it perfect.
But it's a great shoe, great all around shoe. Drains well. It's light. I wore it at the World Championship and every race this year. Chipper, you wore it at Austin
I wore it at Austin, at Folsom, every race but
at Worlds.
Worlds.
Yeah, it's just a great product.
Yeah.
And for $80, if this is your first swim run or your 10th, really can't go wrong.
I mean,
for
I-
$80, like I'm telling you, I literally have 8 pairs just because I knew I was gonna love this shoe, swim run or trail running. You know,
Yeah,
just,
it's great for
like,
trail
just
running too. I
running.
mean, yeah. I agree with you.
I ran a 50K in them.
Lots of colorways as well. Mix and match. Do whatever you please on that front. But
yeah, that's those are the awards, everyone. You know, like last year, I guess if you have any iterations on anything we said, send us messages. We'll mention it on the next show. Some of them are pretty funny. After last year's, where it was just all these suggestions that sort of violated the laws of physics and stuff. It was awesome.
For like new awards or like new winners.
Just like anything, you know, what do people think about our,
feedback.
Yeah.
Send it away.
yeah, send it our way.
We want to hear from you.
I also
Yeah.
think we should have. Didn't we do a show where we like came up with like it should be this like
The best
inventions?
imaginary gear.
Yeah, we got a lot of submissions for that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And I feel like
What
that
doesn't exist
that
but
needs like
should
we
and
need
stuff
like
like
a patent lawyer online with us to just start,
We'll line
some
that
of
up for the next
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Yes, demand is
Like
demand
the
is very high, I would say.
navigating goggles. I think that's a patentable product right there.
Yeah, if you can get bearings, man, that'd be so good. That'd be so
That'd be so
good.
good.
It
Well,
might be illegal, but they say you can wear a compass, so they never said it can't be in your eye.
It's not mandatory kit anymore, actually.
It's not but it's not allowed.
It's not
right?
illegal.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it's not.
Yeah.
it's not illegal. Well, we have a bittersweet announcement to make before we sign off. Is that our dear friend, who we love, Brooke, is retiring from Gear Talk.
No more public
Yeah.
appearances.
Do I
she
get a
says.
pension?
No, there's
Oh.
no.
We'll take it out of the Patreon funds.
I don't get like a gear pension. Like every
We'll send you our old,
year I get
Snugs.
something in the mail from you guys.
You'll get a postcard, like that boy's holiday card.
Stickers.
Chris sent me a holiday card. I didn't get one from you, Chipper.
We don't partake in that sort of thing.
Okay, fair enough. Neither do we. Fair enough.
But yes, Brooke, it has been such an amazing time hanging out with you over the past several years, since 2020. And we were on a real tear there with Gear Talks. How many were you doing?
We're doing
every
one a
other
month.
week.
One a
Yeah.
month there. It was, oh my Lord.
Because the gear was just like
the
churning
gear was
out.
raining down
we
upon
had
us.
nothing else to do.
We were just
True.
locked down.
We had nothing else to
Let's
do.
start potting. But on a serious note, we Chris and I get nothing but amazing feedback and positive sentiment from having both Annie and Brooke on the show. And obviously this gear talk wouldn't be possible without you and your contributions and keeping it light and bringing, you introduced us. We never would have understood what Sea Snugs were all about if it wasn't for Brooke.
The
but
company
yes,
owes me.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys. Well, it's been a true honor and a pleasure because I was honestly flabbergasted that you invited us to do this show. So I was just felt really special when you did, and just love hanging out with you guys, love chatting with you guys. You make me laugh, you crack me up, and I learned so much from you. And I will look forward to listening to you guys in the future.
For she's a jolly
There's
good fellow.
always a mic open for you if you need it.
She's a jolly good fellow.
Yeah.
For she's a jolly good fellow that nobody can deny. Brooke.
Hey.
Nice.
Done.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Brooke, one last
Love
time.
you,
We
Brooke.
love you. See you out there.
Bye. See you on the
Bye.
trails and in the water.
That's it for this week's episode. Thanks so much for listening to the show. Make sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a rating or review, since that's the best way to help other people discover the show and the sport of swim run.
Check out our website, lowtideboys.com. That's boys with a Z, for swimrun resources, including gear guides, tips, how-to videos, and so much more. Make sure to check out our meme page at The Low Tide Boys on Instagram. If you have any questions or suggestions for the show, send us a DM or email us at lowtideboys@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Riding Easy Records for our show music, and of course our wives for their support and tolerance of our swim run and other activities.
Lots of activities.
Lots of activities.
Finally, you can support our efforts on Patreon. Until next time, get out there and go for a swim.
Then a run,
And then a swim,
then another run,
then another swim.
then run some more.
Just keep going.
Let's go.
And then stop at some point because,
And fuel. Don't forget to fuel.
Gotta fuel
Of
too.
course, yes.